When I was working a 9 to 5, I used to tell myself that if I could just work for myself, set my own hours, be home more, have some flexibility, everything would feel easier. And then I did it. I left, I built 116 Studio, and I got exactly what I said I wanted. What I didn't expect was how heavy the freedom would feel. Welcome to A Seat with Anissa. I'm Anissa, and here I'm sharing what I'm learning as I built 116 Studio Design, a design and staging business here in Toronto. We have talked about making the leap, sitting with uncertainty, about fear, about slowing down, and trusting timing. Today is this: what happens when you get the control you wanted and realize control isn't the same thing as knowing what to do with it? When I had a 9 to 5, the structure made certain things automatic. Work hours were work hours. If I was with my kids in the evening, it wasn't because I weighed the options and made a conscious decision. It was just a Tuesday night. I was home, and that's what happened on Tuesday nights. What I didn't realize was how much mental energy that saved me. That structure was doing a lot of quiet work in the background. It was making decisions for me without me ever having to think about them. When I left and started working for myself, all of that went away. Now, every single thing is a choice. When I close my laptop and I go to be with my kids, that's a decision I made. When I work late, that's a decision too. When I take a Saturday morning to get ahead of something, or when I don't, all of it is visible to me now in a way it never was before. And that sounds like a good thing. And in a lot of ways it is, but it also means there is nowhere to hide. You can't drift through your days anymore and not notice what you're actually building. There was this afternoon, I think about this one a lot. I'll be at my laptop for hours working on a marketing campaign for an online consultation I was starting to offer, trying to figure out how to explain what I did in a way that made sense to people. And my daughter came in and asked if we could bake something together. I almost said, "Not now, I'm working." And then I caught myself because I realized I'm not at an office. I'm at home, at my own laptop, on my own schedule. I actually can do this. And if I say yes, it's a real yes, not just a gap between meetings. It's a choice. So I closed the laptop. We made chocolate chips together, messy kitchen. She wanted to crack the eggs herself, so half of the shelf ended up in the bowl and we had to fish it out. And the whole time, part of my brain was still running. I was just telling myself, I have so much to do. I should finish this copy. I haven't responded to that email, but I stayed. And at some point, that voice ran out of things to say, and I was just there with her. When the cookies came out of the oven, she looked at me with this big smile and said, "We made these together." And I thought, yes, this is what also I'm building. So that's the thing nobody really tells you about working for yourself. You think the hard part is the work. It's the clients, the sourcing, the income, being unpredictable, all of that. And those things are hard. But the harder thing, at least for me, has been learning to be intentional about all of it, not just the business side, everything, because it's all connected in a way I couldn't really see before. When I'm stressed about a project and I haven't dealt with it, I'm half present at home. I'm physically there, but I'm not really there. And my kids feel that, even if they can't name it. And then I feel guilty about it, which makes me worse at work. It all bleeds together. I think about this when I'm designing too. When I'm designing a room, I know I can't focus all my attention in one corner and ignore the rest. The whole space has to be considered together because everything is in conversation with everything else. If one part is off, the whole room feels off, even if you can't immediately name it. So I would say a life works the same way. You can't compartmentalize it as neatly as you think you can. I'm still figuring out what this looks like in practice. Some weeks the business genuinely needs more and I give it more, and that's okay. Some weeks something is happening with my kids and that comes first, and the work waits. And that's okay too. I'm not trying to make it equal. I don't think equal is even the right goal. I'm just trying to be honest about what I'm choosing and why. Because I don't have time is almost always I'm not making time. And I have said that so many times. Hidden behind it, told myself it was just the situation when really I was just not being deliberate. The difference now is I can't really pretend otherwise. I am the one who sets the schedule. I am the one who decides what the day looks like. Your life is a space you are designing. Every choice is placing something in the room, and I'm just trying to place things on purpose. Next time, I want to talk about falling in love with the work, not in some big way, in the actual doing of it. What it feels like when you are in it and it's clicking and you remember exactly why you started. Thanks for being here with me.